Hello and welcome everyone to my HRE Dark Age Rush. Now I do not recommend you to Dark Age Rush on every map, okay? So this Dark Age Rush, like on Altai, will not work. So if you are playing on a map that's very closed, example Altai, it will not work. But if it's a map that's very open, simple thing to do. So now you start out on 3 villager on food and 3 villager on wood immediately. You build a barrack and you build a house. The reason why this will not work on Atai, because the opponent can just walk like the behind of the base and just go to the left or right side and just get to the gold there. But because most of the maps the gold is very open like this, you can easily do this. So, 3 villager on the food, 3 villager on the wood, and the rest of the villagers just going to the food. You send one villager across the map with spearmen. So you send villager, spearman, right? Oh, sorry, not more villager. Just only one villager and a lot of spearmen. The So what is the reason why are we doing this? I will set another villager to the wood because I need to build up the tower and I need at least 4 villager on the wood because of that. So later on, I switched up the villagers to have one more of wood to make sure I will have the tower. I will have the housing ready, the tower ready, and the what is that? The mining camp. So my spearman has arrived. I will do a little bit of poking, which is really good for me. And you will see as soon as I have the wood, I will build the tower as well. I have the wood, I'm building the tower, I'm sending the spearman across the map. And slowly making more and more villager to my sheep. In this build, we are not building Arcan. The reason behind that, because we will need the extra armor and the extra damage for spearman and the horseman, aka the all pike, will be needed. At the same time, I'm scouting, bringing back as much food as I can. And if you are a situation like this, in the future, you can easily go and collect the closest deer to your base. When you enter into the phase of have map control. So now it's very simple. I'm just sending out the villagers to the correct resources to able to age up very soon. Because HRE starts with 0 gold, I need to immediately send a lot of villagers to gold with a prelate to make sure I can catch up with the age up timing of his. So now I have this tower. This tower looks into his base. You can see how much vision it provides. It's crazy good to have a tower like this because I see his wall base right now. And later on I can like enter or get out from this tower, and I can also upgrade it. So I can just send a few villagers to the stone and upgrade the tower so I don't need the spearman inside anymore. And he will need to make a ram to take down this tower, because if he doesn't, then it will take a long time. So you can see I split up the villagers. I will make now prelates as well, because I will need more and more prelates for a lot of villagers I have. As soon as my age up is done, I gotta send the villagers back to food. Because it looks like I don't have many villagers on food, but again, I have prelates. I have 3 prelates, 1 prelate to the gold, 1 prelate to the wood, and 1 prelate to the food. Now, because I will be an aggressor and non-stop, so the player I gonna be in this game, the player is who gonna pressure my opponent a lot. Before you say why I'm so behind in villagers, the reason because I made prelate, and prelate doesn't count to the economy. So I sent out some villagers to the deer because the deer was insanely close to my base, and because I will be very aggressive in this game, I have the easiest chance or the easiest job to secure food all around the map. So now I'm mixing my army. I'm making men-at-arms, horsemen. Later I'm gonna make a few spearmen as well, but First of all, I'm just making Marathon Horseman. That's the most easiest thing that you can do when you are playing with the HRE. Just make Marathon Horseman because you just need to attack move. You don't need to do like crazy amount of micro attack move. From the mine work, I researched ranged armor first. After that, I researched all pike, and after that, I have researching the siege engineering because I knew that he has a tower on his gold. So my answer, look at the 7 minute, boom, ram is coming up immediately. Another ram is coming out, 2 ram. And I'm just securing this position now with my units. I'm keep making horseman and marathon. He sees that I'm building a ram. He tried to deny it with Sipai and the healing monks. But he is overextending, almost losing the monk. Oh, he lost the monk. So he lost one monk. He was overextending. That enabled me to... I can push under his tower. Because don't forget... So, why is this situation so good for me? Now, he lost one of his monk, which was overextension, right? The other monk is actually inside the tower, so his army is not getting killed right now. With a few villager, of course. I have horseman that has +1 ranged armor and +2 damage. So I have 11 damage. He has 12. I have almost the same damage as the Sipai, right? So I have horseman with extra damage. These marathon have +1 ranged armor as well because the mine work upgrade. I immediately got it. And I'm getting another damage upgrade. I think it's gonna be done right now. Yes. So I got another blacksmith upgrade, which was the +1 melee damage. Which means now the horseman has 3 extra damage. 2 from the all pike and 1 from the melee damage at the top left. And now researching melee armor as well. So at this part, all I have to do, I have to secure that I'm destroying the tower. If it's possible to kill villagers, I will try. You can see his monk is over there. I managed to kill 2 of his villagers. And his villagers were idle. Look at that. Idle time. It's crazy. And now because I'm killing his villagers, you can see our villager numbers are getting closer and closer. Because he is losing villagers. I didn't forgot to make villager. What happened again, just let you know. Because maybe you are watching your own replay and you don't understand why you are behind villager. The prelate doesn't count to your economy. Okay, so the prelate, it's not counting to your economy. Prelate is counting for military. That's why you're gonna be like, oh my god, why I was so behind in villagers. You are not behind in villagers. You just have a prelate that doesn't count to the economy. Destroy this tower, which means I stopped his gold gathering. He tried to fast castle. So this build, you can really see how strong against people who are trying to fast castle. Because you can see he has like almost 600 gold. The reason why is he almost 600 gold? Because he's trying to fast castle on me. But it will not work because this style of HRE will push you very, very hard. Like you can see how crazy the push was. I stopped his gold gathering. I managed to snatch 2 villagers as well. And I just keep making marathon and horseman. All you will see, I'm still making marathon and horseman. I'm sending out villagers on the map to get to the deer. Because again, don't forget, you have the map control. You are pushing your opponent deep inside his base non-stop. Pushing, applying the pressure on him, which will not let him to go outside. I'm just here being happy, have a prelate just helping out the economy. And don't forget, it's really, really important to have prelates to non-stop boost your economy. You can have 1 prelate up to 9 villagers. So like almost every 9 villager you can have a prelate. But it's really important to have like a prelate on gold, have like a prelate on wood, and have like a prelate on food. If you have way too many villagers on food, you can put like 2 prelate as well. But if you have like 10, 11 villager, don't make another prelate. Because it's only good if you have like 9 villager per prelate. So he's still not really able to get a gold. He started to get blessed upgrades because the amount of pressure I put on him. You can even build a second stable to make your horsemen. If he switches up and makes spearman, you just need to add archery range. You need to stop like making horsemen, and you need to make only Manatom and Archer. Or you can get some spearmen in as well against the Sipai. But the reason behind it, because so like people in low league as well, they are trying to eliminate the amount of micro you have to put into this, right? So the best way to eliminate the micro is exactly that you just make Manatom, Spearman, and Archers, right? You don't want to micro your horseman in that situation. Making a ram again because I know he's getting the gold. And very, very slowly I will stop making units. If you feel like you have a little bit way too much wood, because how good is the HRE wood gathering is with the prelate, right? So if you feel like you have a very, very good wood economy, you can just make farms around your TC and your prelate will buff those villagers, and look at that. Look how fast the gathering speed is. Alright, I'm pushing his gold again. You can see you can even do like little maneuvers like this. Like you can go to the back of his archers with your horsemen. I just built it only one round this time. I felt like it's gonna be enough. I'm doing a lot of damage. But eventually he focuses down the ram a little bit. With his Sipai still alive. My horseman went to his villagers. I already killed 5 villagers total. So his villagers are like going down like flies. Six villagers down, a lot of military units died as well. And now just trading. He's trying to do some damage to my villagers, but the prelate was there, clutched the moment. And again, traded out, killed 6 villagers, which was really nice. Now I made a mistake. As you can see on the villager graph, I made a little bit of mistake. I was not focusing on the game. So now, like, mistake like this can happen when you forget for a while to queue up villager. Which I did. Happens, right? Happens. Because I should be having more villagers. Now, this is one mistake. So, this is like the first game I played. It's like, okay, I'm gonna try out against a good player. Like, Nubudan is really good. He managed to get like top 10 in the last $30,000 tournament. So Nubudan is not really a bad player. He's an insanely chef kiss, a lovely player. So as a first attempt, the reason why I don't like this Regnitz Cathedral, because I was looking back, I need to talk about this, because this Regnitz Cathedral should be here. The reason behind that, because I will get the system ABs from the Regnitz Cathedral, which means every monastery I build in this game will be an Aachen chapel. So if I had my Regnitz Cathedral here, that would immediately boost the villagers on farm. So I don't like the fact that I built my Regnitz Cathedral here, but this was like literally the first game when I was like, okay, I did some calculation, some maths, some ideas. Now I have to try it against a player, right? I'm gonna lose a few villager here, sadly. I'm losing 3 villager total. But it's gonna be fine because I'm playing HRE and I will able to collect the relics. As you see, I will age up immediately. Boom, aged up. Look at that. So this upgrade is insanely important. The sisters and ABs, because with that upgrade, as I said before, your Ragnis Cathedral or your monasteries, all of them, will turn into an Arcane Chapel. So after that, you just spam the monasteries, and all of them are Arcane Chapel if you put a prelate inside. So now collecting the relics. I don't know where those villagers are going. Getting my Manatom upgrade into Castle Manatom. Gonna do a little bit of pressure on him because now he is scared. He's like, oh my god, he just reached Castle Age. So he's pulling a lot of villagers to get gold to make sure he's catching up with the time, right? At the same time, making Manatoms and collecting the relics. I already collected 2 relics and I'm collecting the rest of them from the map. He's building back an Imperial Armory, but I'm pushing up with my units. And you can immediately get whatever upgrade, maybe another ranged armor or damage or melee armor. So I'm pushing into his base and slowly I will... So this is going to be a huge turn here. Now, to make sure your HRE gameplay is instantly good in Castle, you actually have to mix a lot of different type of units. Here, I made archers myself, because the best counter against the Janissaries are actually archers. You can see I'm doing a really good damage. He's summoning, so he picked the Janissary company, which gives him 2 Janissaries per capital town center and military school. Which means it's always 2. Janissaries are insanely good against horsemen, so horsemen, you don't really want to fight the Janissaries. You really don't wish. I collected 2 relics and 2 more relics going back to my base. So now again here you can see I did a huge mistake, very huge mistake. Because this tower shouldn't be here, a monastery should be here and boosting the villagers on farm. But all you have to know if you are playing HRE is that towers are important. Okay, repeat when you are playing HRE. Towers are important. Towers are important. The reason behind that, because your tower can have a relic inside and your emplacements are cheaper. You can see 80 stone, 100 stone, 40 stone, 300 stone. So the emplacements are cheaper, the vision is better, you can put a relic inside, which makes them like crazy strong. You can read that 35% better damage, 20% sight range, and 20% weapon range. So even if you don't put relic inside the tower, you have to build towers and you have to upgrade them and immediately protect yourself all around of your base. Sprinkle emplacement, sprinkle. If you have so many sprinkle emplacement, eventually your enemy will rage quit because he can't, you know, catch a he can't grab your leg. I'm getting a crazy amount of upgrades, as you see, and I switched to archers. I would not recommend to always switch to archers, but if you have to make archers, if you are playing against civilization like that, you can even like spam a lot of archers against Musafadi warriors, right? So if your opponent makes Musafadi warriors, archer is really good. If your opponent makes Janissaries, archer is really good, because don't forget, archer has bonus damage against Janissary. This is mostly against light gunpowder infantry. The only unit which is light gunpowder infantry in this game is actually the Janissary. So the archers are doing extra damage to the Janissaries. So that's why I mixed a little bit of archer into my comp. I would have just, let's say, stay on knights, horsemen, lunch knight, the man at arms. Oh, I tried to snatch another relic, but it was really hard because it's Sipai. I've been getting steel barding and I will make knights. So as you see, my archers are here. And because I didn't made a single range unit before, he has not upgraded any ranged armor, which means the archers were a huge surprise for him because I didn't made archers before. So now I'm using that surprise, element of surprise. I'm focusing out the Janissaries with the archer, so they die insanely fast. Also, I didn't research the extra damage against heavy units. That was a mistake by me because I was thinking that he might make only Sipai, while he made a few knights as well, where the heavy maces could be really, really good. But if your opponent doesn't make heavy units, you don't need to research this immediately. You just research the bonus damage against bonus damage for the Marathon, which gives you 2 extra damage, which is the big axes, the axe. You can see they have an axe. So now my knights are here. You can see how insanely tanky the HRE knights. If you got the steel barding, I have 2 extra armor on both ranged and melee. So now all you have to do is just mix army. Manatorms are all your Manatorms are always good for tanking and DPS. You have the Horseman, which has extra damage. So extra damage Horseman are really good. So they are like a cheap version of Sipai. They are like the Sipai from Tesco. Or Sipai from Temu. So now you can see my army mostly are Archer, Manatom, Horseman, Knight, and I'm making Landsknechte. Because Landsknechte is instantly good against like a crowded army. So I'm mixing up, I'm sending my units all around the map, trying to do some economical damage if it's possible. While the main force, the main army is going straight forward inside his base. So again, the mistakes I did in this game was one of them that I forgot the historical ABs. So if you play the game, try to build the Regnus Cathedral like a position that's close to the farms, or later on it's really easy to secure, so you can put farms around the Regnus Cathedral. The upgrade here, I forgot the name, but it increases your. So right now, oh, it's supposed to be plus 35. I think the devs forgot. But anyway, so it will increases to like 45 gathering resource. If you research that upgrade, that's very, very important. And after you can go to the system AB or you can switch it up. So now you can see my army. It's not just Manatorm. Please, if you play HRE, just forget to make only Manatorms. It's not 2021 or 2022 January when we are making only Manatorms with HRE. You need to have a really good mixed army composition. Look at that raid. Look at that raid. Killing crazy amount of villagers. And also I managed to get 5 relics. Archers are insanely good against the Janissary. Landsknechte here to do some really good AoE damage. Focusing out his ranged units with my archers. Knights in the back, still doing a really good job. And they are tanky, right? So they survive extra shots from ranged units. Thanks to the +2 ranged armor. I did an insanely good job here killing his villagers. Killed 28 villagers total in this game. Which is a crazy amount. Now I'm just remaxing my army and preparing for another huge attack. See, immediately build towers. So again, since I went to this board, I'm still here. I'm now fully collected 2020, 2200 food. Uh, yeah, I didn't got the. Oh, I'm getting the sister. So I'm getting the cistercian ABs. You will see how good it is as soon as it's done. 7567. I'm still making knights. I'm still making Landsknecht, Minotaur, and Archer. So the cistercian AP is done. I will put the prelate a little bit later to this monastery. And again, look, so now I put the prelate inside the monastery. This could be the Regnus Cathedral as well. So if I build correctly the Regnus Cathedral, if you play your games, try to build it close to your farm, because as soon as you put was a prelate inside, you can just build farms like here as well, like farm here, farm here, farm here, farm here. Those villagers will still get boosted. Farms here and farms here and farm here. So it's really good to have these small arcane chapels for you to get all your villagers boosted on the food. You can see, again, I have a very mixed army, taking out crossbow, taking out janissary, and because he suffers so many villager loss, and I have 5 relics, I have like crazy economy. He decided to surrender because I have also insanely good map control as well. Now that's how you play HRE step by step if you are doing Dark Age Tower Rush, and that's the follow up of what you have to do.